Hello everyone and welcome to the next edition of the RPA podcast, The Players Voice. I'm your host, Ethan Waller, and this evening we are live from Evolution Battersea for the Eterlast RPA Awards 2023, and what an evening it's been. I'm lucky enough to be joined by one of our award winners this evening, legend of the game, Chris Ashton. We've taken ourselves away from the room and the party to have a quick chat and talk all things awards before the party fully kicks off. So, Chris, firstly, what a night it's been so far. You having a good time?
Yeah, it's been great, mate. It's always a good event. I can't get over the size of this event. Really.
Mad, isn't it?
So many people in one room. But it's been amazing. I've really enjoyed it.
I mean, you got to give a shout out to the organisers for this event. A lot of the RPA staff work extremely hard to get this on, and every single year it seems to top itself. And it's been a fantastic evening, and everyone seems to be in fantastic spirits. But more importantly, mate, how are you? You're 3 days roughly into retired life. Mm-hmm. Played a bit of golf today, I believe. How's it been?
Some might say I've been retired about 5 years, Beef, to be honest. It's been all right. I've not really thought about it until you said it. But people are always asking, they have been asking anyway for the past 6 months, like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do after? What are you going to do after? I've not really got an answer for you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some time.
Yeah. I'm
going to spend some time with the family. I don't want to rush into anything. And I'm just going to figure life out. I don't want to jump straight into anything. I want to enjoy what I've managed to do in rugby and stuff, and hopefully from the people I've met and stuff that something can develop over the next 6 months.
Yeah, mate. Well, I think you've certainly earned a break, and I think it must be odd because at the end of a normal rugby season, anyway, you'd have this five maybe 6 week block where you do nothing.
That's the bit, yeah.
So I imagine it won't fully sink in until you see boys doing a Bronco or get texts from the lads that have started pre-season again.
Yeah.
And you can just mind your business, be sat in an armchair, be playing golf.
We've ended up moving around that much that I'm like, I'm out of that anyway. I've just got that many different groups of friends and different postcodes. It's like, who's in what? So it will be, I do feel like I'm in that off-season mode. So it'll be a few weeks before I go, I've actually got nothing to do for the next week, or the week after that, or the week after that. That'll be the bit getting my head around, just getting organised and getting a bit of structure in place. But so far, mate, 3 days, I've nailed it.
3 days retirement completed, done. But anyway, mate, a huge congratulations to you. Your 100th Premiership try was voted Champagne Bollinger Moment of the Season by fans. Yeah. So how does that feel?
More of a donation, I think, than the actual try. The try was useless.
Put yourself down.
The try was a run-in, but obviously a very significant one in it being the 100th. It's a special moment. I'm so glad I managed to get there because no one will ever be able to be the 100th. We're definitely not getting to 200. So
that's a fair point.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm stuck in there somewhere at 100. It's great to get the award and I think to appreciate for a minute that I've enjoyed scoring tries that much, managed to get 100, and I get an award from it, so it's very nice.
It's a very fitting way to call it a day, isn't it? But it's also the second year in a row that you've won this award.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair to say it's done the rounds on social media, but your celebration for the 100th and 101st tries were something special. Were you always planning to do some sort of special celebration there, or was that just spur of the moment? You were already hurtling towards the seats anyway, so you thought you'd jump up there?
Yeah, it was spur of the moment.
You underestimated how tall that was as well, didn't you?
I did,
realise how much floor there was.
I genuinely thought, because I'd got 2 and I managed to get 100, I was like, right, I've got a bit of room now. Bit of thinking time on the wing, not doing much. What can I do? And I honestly thought about just going, just leaving the game completely, getting in the car and never coming back. But I know Wiggy would have, because if I'd have briefed Wiggy before, it would have been all right. Said, look, mate, if I'd managed to get 3 tries, which you can't really talk about before, and said, I'm just going to run off, are you all right with it? He'd have probably said, yeah. But I didn't have the time, didn't have to fit it all in, so I just spur him on, jump the crowd, get in the crowd and celebrate that way. Yeah, it was nice. And it's actually turned out to be my last try, so there we go.
World class, mate. And if it was ever going to finish in a way that you wanted it to, I imagine that's probably up there with the best way it could have possibly ended.
Yeah, Yes, if I'm clutching at straws, yeah, but we would have liked to get to the final and done it that way. You can't have everything, but so it's a good second best.
Fair enough, mate. But back to the awards. Jasper Wiese won the Eterlast Players Player of the Year, and clearly we've seen this season in the Premiership what a force he is to be reckoned with. What's it been like playing with him and training with him over the last couple of years?
Yeah, he is just freakishly strong, just relentless in it, really. He will carry for you all day, and he will just keep getting off the floor and keep hitting, keep tackling. He's really, really coachable and really wants to do well for the team all the time. I think there's certain players that you could take out of a team and you'd be fine. You'd be like, I didn't play this week. But you take Jasper at Leicester and we're like, we've lost a lot of gain line. Yeah. Our scrum's not as good off. Can't get as much go forward all of a sudden. He's a big part of it. He's a big cog in it. And he's been key to the part of success. So I'm glad he's got the award. He deserves it.
Hey guys, I just want to say thank you for the award, really appreciate it. Thanks for everybody that voted for me. To get chosen out of the list of players like that is a real privilege. Thank you very much.
I think that's a testament to him. The Players Player Award is clearly the one that everybody wants to win because it's voted by your peers. Not just your teammates can't actually vote for you. You've got to vote for someone from another club. So that is just a sign of what kind of respect he has in the league and how truly magnificent he's been this year as a player.
Yeah, last year Andre won at Esterhuizen and he was really clear the best player in the league. And Jasper has too, but this year I think there's been 3 or 4 lads that have been outstanding. But like I said, Jasper's week in, week out. I think that's the difference, and that's what people recognise, players recognise. Whenever I speak to lads who we're playing against on the weekend, their always first question is, Jasper playing this weekend? Because they know. They know he just runs so hard that you've got to try and get out of the way best you can.
And other award winners this evening, Young Player of the Year went to Tom Pearson of London Irish, and what a season he's had. He's come on the scene and he has been outstanding. How bright a future do you think he's got?
Yeah, it's always great to see a young player come flying through. Sometimes quite gradual, or sometimes they can be good and then drop off. But Tom has been all season Irish's best player, and I fully expect him to see him in the World Cup. In the camp, and then he'll be pushing for a spot in the squad. He's that good. He just needs to get in there and do what he's been doing. Because you know what it's like, spending time with coaches and stuff, they end up going, oh, actually, he is the real deal. We can give him a go here. And Tom's definitely someone who I think sometimes players can be outstanding in the Premiership and not be able to transfer it, but I think he's going to do a job in transferring it quite easily.
Very happy to have won under 23's Young Player of the Year. With the amount of good young players in the league, it's so competitive. So, very, very happy to have won it. Also to be voted for by guys from other teams, and to be recognised for that, it's a big honour.
It's quite difficult going into that environment to be yourself and be able to do what you do week in, week out in the Premiership. Once you step into that, is there an adjustment period, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. It takes time. But the good, normally when they're in camp, obviously it's a short period. Now we've got the big pre-season World Cup where you can get right up to speed. But especially in Tom's position, back row and stuff, just the competition, the speed, the timing, everything's a notch up. You've got to be the best, which he is in the Premiership. So you'd like to think he can transfer that pretty seamlessly.
And what are your thoughts on Freddie Stewart winning the England Men's Player of the Year award in association with Advanta Wealth, and Sadia Kabea winning the Women's Player of the Year award?
Can we give it to someone else? I'm sick of Fred getting it.
He's been very good, to be fair.
Yeah, he's always solid, which is exactly what you need your fullback to be, nothing else, especially in a league like the Premiership, and the way that England play their style of rugby is suited to him down to the ground. He's just the best catcher of a high ball. He's just Mr. Solid, Mr. Reliable. He's so fit, covers the grass at the back so well. But let's give it to someone else next year. He has been good. He can't be good 3 times in a row. Did he get it last year as well? He did.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Right, he can't have a triple.
It was certainly a roller coaster, obviously, with Steve and Kev leaving us mid-season, and the journey since then we've had, and ending at Sale on Sunday. It's been mixed emotions, really. It's been up and down, but Wiggy has done a brilliant job since coming in. The lads have been tighter than ever, so it's been great to be a part of. We're all in, dependent on when our last game was. The boys have got a couple of weeks to relax, and then it's all steam ahead. And we've got a good opportunity to sort of build on the foundations that we started in the Six Nations. We've got some great coaches joining from Leicester, and it's going to be a real good opportunity for this England team to start building.
Yeah, it's amazing. It feels really crazy to be standing on this stage again. Since last year, I remember standing here just for the World Cup saying that if I get selected, it's great. If I don't, it's been a great year for women's rugby. And now, fast forward a year later, it's been an absolutely amazing year. I've been nominated for this award, won it for my amazing teammates, and it's been another, great year for women's rugby. So feeling very, very privileged. Yeah, Simon Middleton, I think there's so many words you can say about him. He's been amazing for the women's game and what he's done for the Red Roses, for the game in general. He's brought the Red Roses on leaps and bounds since he's came into the setup, and obviously leaving on a high with that Grand Slam win. Only amazing praises go to him, and he'll see what he can do in the future. Obviously, with the new coaching, we know he's going to be the best man to do the job, and we just hope he can come in, settle into the environment, and take us to get that win for 2025.
I mean, sadly, we don't have time to go through each of our amazing award winners, but is there anyone else's win this evening that stood out for you, or is anyone just in the environment tonight stood out for you this evening? Perhaps there's been someone on one of the tables that's done something special.
Okay, we'll go Gavs. Why not? He's absolutely stealing a living since he's finished playing. But I saw him out there completely rinsing the free beer in there.
Yeah.
I thought about sacking him. How is he? Is that player voted for by the staff?
I mean, unfortunately not.
Right, he's doing a good job, is he?
As far as I'm aware, Gav's doing a pretty good job.
Right, great.
Terrible bloke, loves a beer.
Well, if Gav's
but he's doing all right.
Sure, there's room for me here, mate.
There you go. That's the next step. That's where we'll go from here. Official application to the RPA from Chris Ashton.
The first person to be voted out by the players, that would be.
Well, it's about time that we got back to the party and we gear up for one of James Haskell's DJ sets.
No way.
Do you not know that? Mate, he's DJing the after party. Have you set him up?
I'll try and get up there and try and ruin his DJ
Please do.
set. I will.
Just let me know so we can document it in some way.
As if he's gone rugby player. Well, I mean, he was an awful rugby player as well. Failed MMA athlete, never stepped foot near a ring, but said he was doing a 3-year deal, and now he's apparently DJ. Mate, come on, Ask.
Hey, you've got it. Retirement's about finding out what you don't like as much as what you do like, mate, or what you can and can't do. So fair play to him. But that is it for this month's edition of the Players Voice. So thank you, Chris, for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you here, and good luck for the future, mate. I hope it all goes well. Genuinely.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So do I.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
As always, we want to hear off you, so if you want to suggest anything to talk about or have any questions, tweet us using the hashtag #ThePlayersVoice. Thanks for listening. See you next time.